Ravens WR Jacoby Jones leaves game with knee sprain. Sports.com. Sign in vertical bracket register help shop TV radio mobile. Sunday on CBS the NFL in CBS-1 p.m. NFL, MLB, NBA, NHL, FP, BB Golf US Open High School Video more. Fantasy Football News Player News, Rankings, Projections. Fantasy Baseball News Player News, Rankings, Projections. Fantasy Basketball News Player News, Rankings, Projections. Fantasy Hockey News Player News, Rankings, Projections. Test your skills and win up to $5,000 per league. Sign up now. Play this new 4-week game for short-term action with season-long payouts. Sign up now. Play the most awarded fantasy football game in the web. Create a league. Start or join a fantasy basketball league in the #1 fantasy sports site. Sign up now. Fantasy news and analysis, all CBS Sports fantasy games, Fantasy Act Central. NFL home scores, standings, schedule, stats, teams, players, transactions, expert picks, odds, draft. NFL headlines. MLB home scores, standings, schedule, stats, teams, players, transactions, injuries, odds, rumors. MLB headlines. NBA home draft scores, schedule, standings, stats, teams, players, transactions, injuries, odds. NBA headlines. NHL home draft scores, schedule, standings, stats, teams, players, transactions, injuries, rumors. NHL headlines. FP home scores, standings, schedule, stats, conferences, teams, players, rankings, playoffs, odds, bowl projections. FP headlines. BB home scores, standings, schedule, stats, teams, players, rankings, odds, and tournament recruiting. BB headlines. Golf home leaderboard schedules, players, stats, expert picks, rankings, equipment, masters. Golf headlines. Tennis home scores, US Open rankings, players. US Open headlines. High school home baseball, boys basketball, football, girls basketball, girls volleyball, boys soccer. High school headlines. Video home live fantasy, BB Today Fantasy, FP Today College, BB on CBS. Video headlines. Local NASCAR, tennis, soccer, boxing, horse racing, arena football, act, podcasts, bowling, Olympics, BPR, Offsite Index. Atlanta, Baltimore, Boston, Charlotte, Chicago, Cleveland, Dallas, Fort Worth. Denver, Detroit, Houston, Los Angeles, Miami, Minnesota, Philadelphia. New York, Pittsburgh, Sacramento, San Francisco, St. Louis, Tampa, Washington. NFL home scores, standings, schedule, stats, teams, players, transactions, injuries, rumors, picks, odds, draft. NFL scores. My scores, MLB, NFL, FP, tennis, golf. Full NFL scoreboard. Ion. Football. Ravens WR Jacoby Jones leaves game with knee sprain. By John Breach, vertical bracket, sports.com. September 5, 2013, 10:37 p.m. at. Jacoby Jones sprained his knee during the second quarter of Thursday's opener. USATC. Ravens wide receiver Jacoby Jones suffered a right knee sprain during the second quarter of Thursday's opener against the Broncos, and it might be enough to keep him out for the rest of the game. NBC is reporting that Jones' return is doubtful. Jones' injury was a freak accident. In a play where the Broncos punted, Jones called for a fair catch. Then things got ugly. Teammate Brandon Drake lost sight of where Jones was and ran into him at full speed. Jones' knee got twisted in the collision and he went down to the ground. The seventh-year veteran was then led to the locker room by team trainers. The loss of Jones could hurt the Ravens. The 29-year-old is the team's best kick returner and Baltimore's #2 receiver. Jones had a 56-yard catch for a touchdown in the Ravens' 34-31 Super Bowl win over the 49ers. Follow John Breach in Google+. Topics: Brandon Drake, Jacoby Jones, Baltimore Ravens, Denver Broncos, NFL. You may also like. Point, biggest cover left curly bracket font size.